to Beaver Stadium, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, one of the largest crowds in college football assembled here. This is not just a regular matchup. A battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 9th-ranked team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Wolverines will kick this deep to get us going. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the running back takes the handoff. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Give it to the back again. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Boy, great job up front here getting this first down by this Penn State offense. Great combination over the years that we've seen in State College. The ability to run the football with an offensive line that can get that push and a big physical back to be able to pick up those yards to get those first downs.
So second down after the incompletion. Hands off to the left. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to 29. So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Gosh, I just love to watch this defense fly around. Great job here on third down. Look at it. You're on the road. Things are going against you early in the game, and you block all of that out, and you're running around with confidence making plays.
So the first drive of the game, instead of punting and pinning the opponent deep, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. He's swarmed by the pass rush. A sack to end this drive.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Touchdown, Michigan, setting the tone early on offense.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He'll take off from in the end zone. Solid job by the Bring him down at the 16. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Remember, last time, they were on a fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. He's moving out of the pocket. He bought some time, now lets it go. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception and a total
shot to bring him down. And they finally stop it at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice game like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice game.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
What a play here by this linebacker to come up with this sack. I love the call to be able to blitz him here and be able to put pressure on the quarterback. And over the years, my gosh, I don't know if there's another school in the country that's had as many linebackers with a playmaking ability as Penn State. Micah Parsons most recently, but going back to LeVar Arrington and Sean Lee and Paul Posluszny, I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
So now on fourth down, out comes the field goal. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. This one is right through, and they add to their lead. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line. Second down play coming up. Here's the handoff. Get some space among the 30. Tackle made after a solid game. They spot the ball for 31.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Trying to extend the play. And it's complete downfield. Boy, before he picks up the first down. Nice game.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Finding enough space for a solid game before they stop him.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Bringing pressure. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 2. Pass not complete. Nittany Lions hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
How about the call here? They call it the screen on 3rd down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance of a conversion. So we got 4th and short.
The Nittany Lions lining up here on 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down. And the Nittany Lions look to convert here on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. Using his legs here. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. Time for one more play here in the quarter. And now the handoff. Just trucks through the defender. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just didn't come down with a catch.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Keeping it on the ground there. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end who shows some quickness for getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a 1st down and goal.
Well, you talk about a huge conversion. That's 3rd and long. It doesn't matter for these guys. They just keep going about their business. Great connection between this quarterback and receiver on that one, and now they're in business.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. The junior able to bring him down quickly. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And it's a touchdown, but there is a marker on the field. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down and goal upcoming. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Quick juke to get free. Defense makes the saving tackle at the 3.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball, attacking them downhill. When offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, big plays.
As a design quarterback keeper. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Returner decides to field it. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Defense got a big fourth down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got it. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
Well, that's a nice completion to the sideline with great timing. The connection between the receiver and the quarterback was on full display to be able to get that first down.
The gain moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
He hands it off from the gun. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And, Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area. Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball, probably been doing it as well as anybody in college football for decades. Going back to guys like the late, great Franco Harris and Kajana Carter and Larry Johnson. And
deep shot caught down inside the 20. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Shotgun, it's a handoff. The gain moves the ball to a 34.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pass, and has a nice solid gain.
Important second down play coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback. It all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Jukes to get past a man. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, third down, why not hand it to your running back? He's one of the more gifted athletes on your team. You give him a chance, he's going to give you the yards that he needs. That is a first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. And the Wolverines will line up on 1st and 10. Offense looking to throw the ball. And the junior gets home making a sack there.
There's a nice play by this defense after giving up a huge gain. They're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. Defense is coming after him. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. That's a huge gain. Stop finally made it to 43.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. And when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we had a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Short connection to the tight end here. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Michigan. Still no answer for this offense. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kurt.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
Returner is brought down. Gets us started on the next drive. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring up second down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. He's found some room at the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. No chance to catch him.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's that critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
The extra point is good. They cut the lead to 10, 24-14. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off and hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. Looking to scramble. He's going to pull it down and run. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Offense getting set. Second down play here. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the run here, lets it go. Makes the first down, but Casey Price, big hit there at the end. The Wolverines will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Snags the quick throw. He's stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a game can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
Looking to pass here on second down, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Catch made on the right side. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. The Wolverines line up on 1st and 10 now. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Sideline throw caught, but not enough for a first down.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
So on 2nd down, they'll try out the field goal here, trying to get 3 before halftime. And that is no good. The lead remains 10 after that miss. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick this away to start the second half. Here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Trying to build on a positive first half for this offense. Let's see if they can stretch the lead. There's some urgency on the part of the defense to stop the bleeding here. First down. They're going to throw the football. Looks to the left. Pass caught. And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at 38.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Greasy had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history. It's good that they're leaning on it.
Big play across midfield. They'll spot it near the 36. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain in the first half. Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
For the offense getting set, this is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Dump off caught by the running back. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player. But he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
He finds the running back for a 4th down catch. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did.
And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete. 3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. He's escaping the pocket now. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Quick throw over the middle. They can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores. It's 4th down. You've got good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
He makes the grab. Touchdown, Wolverines. This offense is still clicking.
Oh, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
And the PAT puts them up 17 now. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Last time they gambled and lost, went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. Off target and incomplete. The Nittany Lions come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Defense finally brings him down. A nice chunk play. And the Nittany Lions have 1st and 10 here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Passes to 40. That's a big hit at the end. Looking for a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball for 44.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They picked up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's running out of time here. Under pressure, just lets it go. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
4th down, look at the throw for it. And they heave it deep downfield. Catch made down inside the 20. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
They'll run it from the gun. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just leading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. Wolverines offense is back on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Fights through a tackle. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I can keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Getting set. Here's second down. Off play action. He's looking to throw. On the run here. Lets it go. Makes a quick grab. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who's going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They're going to run it. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Here's the second down play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Here's the target, and it's complete. He's tackled just short of that first down mark. Good job by the defense. And the Wolverines looking to crank up the tempo a bit. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs here in the late stages of this game.
Chris, I don't know. You got control of this game, and you go for it. A little bit confusing. Why even allow your opponent any chance of anything? Finish out the win and just punt it away.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. They made a nice play in the backfield.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off here. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's 3rd down. Do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Looking for the wideout. Finds his man. Has the first down. Tackled across midfield with a 48. Good enough for a first down.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can.
There's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of the receivers that can make a play for it.
The junior decides to pick up the first down himself. Nittany Lions are looking to keep this drive going. Looking to throw it on first down. He'll try a pass here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
The shotgun handoff here. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. And then first down, right back to the running game. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And he'll set up to throw. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Up by 2 possessions here. They have a chance to put the game on ice right now. And they'll keep it on the ground trying to run some clock. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Now a timeout taken by the defense trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So behind the 6, second and long from their 14. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They'll bring him down just short of the 20. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to get this third down. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half. Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
See if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And the protection breaks down yet again, another sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game. And
he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And that deep shot is hot for a big game. And he's stopping just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. This game is far from over. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PAT is good, makes it a 3-3 lead, 21-28. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hand seam able to recover. The ball is loose. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. And they play keep away here. Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Wolverines enter the final minute of play, looking to run the clock out and win the game. Tackle, but forced down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. and he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They'll run it to the left. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Boy, a really good run by this running back. The defense fortunate to be able to bring him down inside the 10-yard line, but it's first and goal for the offense.
First and goal. They play this right, they can pretty much put the game on ice. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Trying to find the end zone off the right side. He'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
How about that, Chris? These guys are just trying to work the clock. He springs free and scores on the last play of the game.
Well, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side, where they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.